So here is the Ocmulgee River in Ben Hill counties where I put in. The Ocmulgee meets another river. I can't remember the name of that other river where it meets a little bit south of here, and they formed Ocmulgee, which is a big river. As you can see, this river is good size for my boat. It's my boat's probably about as big as you'd want to run on here. There's a lot of sandbars. It's a very shallow and narrow channel, but there's sandbars everywhere. I'll get some film of some in just a little bit. Whereas the Flint, to me there's a lot more rock and a lot more outcroppings. The Ocmulgee's a lot more sand. This is a typical sandbar that's on just about every other curve. And if you go north of Newton Bridge, there's the Pineland Sandbar, and there's Collins Sandbar, and there's really not a whole lot of other sandbars. There's also no rocks here, but there's tons and tons of trees in the water. I don't know if we can see this right here, but just lots and lots of trees. I've seen an eagle, a couple of turkeys, tons of other random birds, some huge egrets or something, some kind of big bird. I don't know what it was. I saw two of them this morning. Pretty good bit of fish jumping. The neatest thing that I saw so far was I had a brim jump up out of the water, and instead of just landing back in the water, when he landed on the water, he bounced and went again. That was pretty neat. Fishing is a whole nother story. So once more on this big sandbar. So now I got this sandbar that comes way out into the river, and I've got this tree. I imagine once you learn this river though a little bit, it would probably be a little bit easier than the Flint because there's no rocks. You know, in the rock, as soon as you hit that, it's gonna tear your prop up. If you run up on the sandbar a little bit, you know, you can start getting over. And if you hit these tree limbs, they're gonna give just a little bit. Which I only hit one tree limb yesterday afternoon when I was coming up. That's the only thing I hit. And I've got my trolling motor in the sandbar just a little bit too. But alright, you see this cut right here where the river's carved out? See, on the Flint, that would have been all rock. And you'd have been able to see under there and all kind of stuff. But here, there's no rock, it's just sand. And you get these sandbars back here. But here, when it cuts stuff out, it's cutting out sand. This is also real typical on the Ocmulgee, is lots and lots of willow trees. there's, you know, willow trees, plenty of willow trees on the Flint, but not near as much as here on the Ocmulgee. It seems like a lot of the cuts where the river channel hugs tight to the inside bank as opposed to the outside bank, that there's lots of willow trees. Sometimes looks can be deceiving, as that is all sandbar and maybe a foot deep. Found that out yesterday the hard way. This is Honky Island. Looks like the boys are waking up. Jeeps, gators, four-wheelers, boats. There's all kind of other stuff there last night.